Shalom, Yasha'Allah. First and foremost, we get all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, Damalasa, Apostles, Elders, and Great Millstone, Holy Will, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that's pushes great gospel and sincerity and truth. This is your brother Tazakai, Yahweh from the Great Millstone, Champagne Count. Coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And Lord, will it be edifying, and Lord, will it can hear me. Kind of outside next to a highway, so hopefully it ain't too noisy. But got an article here from the BBC News, and it reads, everything we know about the protests in LA and other U.S. cities. It reads, and this came out June 8th, 2025. It says, and it was updated the 11th, was that today? Yesterday? Whatever. It says, hundreds of people have been arrested in Los Angeles after days of protests, which erupted following immigration raids ordered by U.S. President Donald Trump. And like I said, that people think it's false or not going on this and that. Hey, it literally just happened, like where I'm at, So it is also, as a matter of fact, actually in Champaign as we speak today. So over in Illinois. So and it's people they done went to factories and restaurants, wherever they suspect you to be an illegal immigrant, they pulling up. So it says an overnight curfew is enforced after violence in downtown LA. Elsewhere, much of the protest activity has been peaceful. Demos has also been confined to relatively small pockets of LA, while also spread to other U.S. cities. Trump has deployed thousands of troops, including 700 U.S. Marines, to L.A., triggering a row with the state officials who say they have things under control. It says L.A. police make mass arrests as Trump vows to liberate city. Voters decided on Trump's L.A. protest crackdown. Divided, Salakia. It says Trump's deportation drive is perfect storm in city of migrants. Where else are people protesting the U.S. Also, Salakia, these are bullet points. So yeah, these other places, various places. So going into this, we're gonna try to get the most important things, but ultimately, for it to be edifying. It says, why are people protesting in LA? The demonstrations began on Friday after it emerged. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, officers were carrying out raids in areas of the city with prominent Latino populations. So coming at the Northern Kingdom, right? I said the Northern Kingdom, the Latino tribes, and also the Native Americans as well. In time all together, they all will be considered native to America. But going on, it says raids have, over here on this side anyway, raids have stepped up after Trump returned to the White House and pledged to crack down on illegal immigration, because he was all about the border and all that, whatever. So back on that tip. But hey, of course he been paying attention, and look what all been allowed to cross any damn way. So we understand what's going to happen. The BBC's U.S. partner, CBS News, reported that recent operations took place in the Westlake District as well as in Paramount, south of L.A., where the population is more than 82% Hispanic. The tribe. They say, we're going after your tribe. It don't matter who in office. You know what I'm saying? So there were also report of an ICE raid at a Home Depot South shop in Paramount. Like, come on, man, y'all, and they just being funny. Y'all, they know where Ishikar be at lately. Home Depot trying to find something to work, man. That's all they're trying to do, man. They just want to work. Goddamn, But anyway, here then you work the shoes that it was in, without pay any goddamn way. And then we want to, it's a problem. So y'all gonna get judged, judge him with no mercy. Who showed no mercy? You Edomites, y'all through. It's ICE later told CBS that 44 unauthorized immigrants were arrested in a single operation at a job site on Friday. Another 77 were also arrested in the greater LA area on the same day. Where are the protests in LA and what's happened? So they say, we're gonna get just read a few of them. Downtown LA has been declared an unlawful assembly area by police, and the mayor has imposed an overnight curfew in the zone that extends to about 1 square kilometer after days of clashes. In this area, protesters have been accused of attacking or looting buildings, setting cars on fire, and blocking roads. Could this not be, scripture say, let's not be ignorant, don't be ignorant of Satan's devices? Could this be the same thing with this whole George Floyd thing and lockdowns and all this and that, heightened security, all this, could this all be playing a part into that? We ultimately know, but do you? Going on to say, or looting buildings, setting cars on fire, and blocking roads. Law enforcement officers in riot gear have responded with flashbang grenades, rubber bullets, and other non-lethal tactics. right? The downtown federal building has been particularly a flashpoint after it emerged that ICE detainees were allegedly being held there. ICE accused over 1,000 rioters of surrounding and attacking the building on Saturday. A Home Depot shop in Paramount, roughly 20 miles south of downtown LA, has been another site of confrontation between authorities and protesters. Across the city, at least 338 people have been arrested since Friday, according to the latest figures provided by the city's police chief, Jim McDonald, on Tuesday evening. And they said there has been no deaths reported in the protest. There has been no deaths reported in the city linked to the protest. Elsewhere in America's second largest city, life continues as normal. So, the funny thing about, like I said, it's you know, you so fixed upon going to get people that so-called illegally over here, but then the people that y'all know doing stuff to kids and children and people, and, you know, the island people, you know, the E-Island people, all these people who y'all got, you know, fouls on and did this and did that, y'all don't go up pursue these motherfuckers with a relentless, you know, say effort. But as soon as you see a Jake and, oh, let's go get them, hey, man, like I said, man, hey, we know y'all forgot, hey, y'all broke the brotherly covenant, and y'all gonna pay for that, man. We know that, hey, y'all got that, as the scriptures say, that a perpetual hatred for us. So, you know, like I said, when they put a Jake on the screen, you already know they, hey, 10 toes, 110% on our ass. Let it be one of theirs. You know, but let's say which other city. So we got on Tuesday, Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who was a Republican like Trump, ordered the state National Guard to deploy to San Antonio ahead of planned rallies. Police also confronted protesters in Austin and Dallas. Thousands of protesters gathered in New York on Tuesday, where police told the BBC that multiple arrests have been made at the largely peaceful demos, and elsewhere in California, thousands of people have protested in San Francisco, with more than 150 arrested after demonstrations near ICE office turned violent on Sunday. Other flashpoints include Atlanta, Chicago, you know, Philly, DC, you know. So, what is that, man? We not about to. If you don't know what the hell the National Guard is, you know. So that's pretty much the gist of it, man. Hey, this is all prophecy, man. These protests, you know, God guarantee somebody, hey, this is not right. Oh, you know, that's what you're going to your sedition and people. That's not right. You know, that's what you get. You know, it's supposed to be peaceful, then it turns violent. You want to know why it turns violent? Let's get this real quick. Hold on. Salakia. This is why. This is Joel chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the earth, this place that you live at, is given as a gift, so to speak, if you will, right? As it was given, right? It wasn't taken by force. They didn't seize it. They didn't overthrow the Lord. No, it was given to them as a gift, right? He covered the faces of the judge thereof, right? How he cover up the face of the judges, ultimately cover up Yahweh Shai and everything about the truth. Covered by what? They images, destroying images, painting their own images, they likenesses, you know, painting themselves, saying they this, saying they that, ultimately Xing out the ways of Yahweh Shai's will. Like, they lost His commandments, they put that to the side, and then they put their commandments. So they done did everything to cross out and X out the judgment, the true judges, which is Yahweh Shai, you know, on down, you know what I mean? So what people did this, right? If not where, right? Not where, and who, right? And hey, as Malachi 1:4 states, right? Who is this wicked that the earth is given the hand to, if no one, you know, for the newer brothers and sisters? This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. It says, whereas Edom saith, right? Slaki, hold on. Verse 3. Hold on. Matter of fact, we're gonna start from the top. Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word of Yahweh Bashim Yashai to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Yea, ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Right? Because that's the mindset of Jake right now. Ooh, look at the situation we is. How does God love us? Yeah, because you're not considering what the hell you did to be put in this position. And then he set up people to teach you, and you still want to be disobedient, forsaken, don't want to hear it. That's why y'all get judged the way you get judged. It says, was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh Bashim Yashai? Yeah, I love Jacob and I hated Esau. Yeah, then they had the same parents. Yes, did they come out the same wood? Yes, but guess what? The Lord chose Jacob and not Esau. He hated one and loved the other. And we, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Americans, happen to come from the one that was not hated. We came from the one that was love, who was Jacob, whose name was Yaquab, which is translated to Jacob, which the Lord changed to what? Israel, translated to what? Yasha Allah. He's a prince of the power, not Esau, you so-called white man, not Edom. What do you say about Edom? I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the drags in the wilderness. So how the hell you people saying that God loved everybody more? He just said he hated a race of people specifically. Going on, whereas Edom said we are impoverished, but we will return to build the desolate places, which they did during the Renaissance periods when they Western Empire, Roman Empire fell, and then they got kicked out and this and that, put in slavery, captivity, put them in mountains, and then when they came back out, hey, Renaissance, rebirth, reborn, yeah. So they came back and rebuilt those desolate places. But it says, thus saith Yahweh Shema Shai of hosts, they shall build, right? They gonna build, but I will throw down. So if y'all waiting for any other visual, any other race of people to throw them down, you gonna keep waiting, because it's Yahweh Shema Shai who gonna throw them down. And also, they gonna do the bidding of Yahweh Shema Shai, these nations, right? But not on their own power. It's saying they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai hath indignation or righteous hatred forever. So the border. So I brought those two scriptures out to pull out this. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 1, it say about 22. When the righteous are in authority, right? The righteous people, right? The Israelites are the people rejoice, right? But when the wicked, who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. I can go to Genesis 25, and it speaks about he's born red and hairy like a garment. If you want me to, we just gonna, we gonna just highlight Esau, Edom, this red devil, so-called, white devil. You know what I mean? But and I say so-called white because they pink, blood so through their skin. Anyway, it's yeah. So when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. That's why the world is in decay. It's mourning. It's not happy. It's at a low time. The fucking the doomsday clock? How close to fucking, you know what I mean? So, Salaki, but yeah, like the people that you want to be ruling and be in power out. Yeah, this is what they're doing, right? So yeah, that's why these protests and uproars and stuff like that going on, because these niggas are in power. Salaki, what? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. It reads, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, right? And when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So when you measure the time, right, you measure what's going on in real time, you measure it up to the scriptures. That's the measure. That's that, that's the actual measure. The only standard is the scriptures to measure by. Everything else, none shall want her make. You can't make nothing with the scriptures. The scriptures stand alone. So you measure what's going on outside and say, ooh, I remember I seen that somewhere. I remember that. I heard that. Oh, wait, that was written in the Bible 1,000 years before it happened. So like you said, yeah, when y'all see as part of the signs past, which I have told you before, yeah, so when you see those signs, that's what you're supposed to be waiting for. That's how you know you're close to the end. It didn't say wait for this date, right? And this is visitation of Yahweh Shema Shai. Say, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Hold on. What's an uproar? From the 1520s, and now it's an outbreak of great disorder, a revolt, or what? Violent commotion, right? A tumult, riot, right? That's what they violate. They got violent. They setting cars up and busting in buildings. That don't sound peaceful. Also like it, right? Other people in the world, right? Hold on. Because, the Yahweh Shai is a word. It's all him. But, even in his own words, in the red letter, he said it himself. Luke chapter 21, verse 9. When ye shall hear of wars and commotions, right? Commotions. We don't highlight that. Be not terrified. So we not terrified what's going to come to pass, what's supposed to happen. For these things must come to pass. We hoping they come to pass. We can't wait for them. The things that make y'all be like, ooh, and pain and agony, those are things that we yearn for. That we, all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, that we are joyous to see the Lord making his word come to pass, drawing us closer to the end of our captivity, right? And say, but the end is not by and by. Now this word in the Greek commotion says askastasia, Salakia, or saya, however you want to say it, and it says disorder, right? What? Commotion, confusion, a tumult, right? So it's scriptural. That's why you gotta understand words. You gotta understand these words. So yeah, uproar is sedition or commote or disorder. Yeah, that's part of the Lord. Y'all think it's just people just mad. That's part of the prophecies, right? Going on, verse 4 says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So, hey, the Lord, hey, nothing new. Hey, the scriptures say, can they say that this is new or had this been, No, this is just repetition. It's just something that you didn't remember. You forgot. That's why this Lord talk about stirring up your remembrance and bring you back. Those are the ones who gonna believe. Now to everybody else, hey, they gonna catch what they gonna catch. That's on them. But the Lord tell us to go down. Verse 13 says what? And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, for whom the world is created. So that's what everybody's mindset and goals should be, is to go inquire how can I be saved? What am I to do that I may be saved? Because it's not guaranteed. That's why we say hopeful elect, right? It says, damn, starting to rain. Going on, it says, fuck it, it's like they say, for like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So all these are part of what the signs and the endings and the effects of Yahweh Shem Shai. This may seem like something small or little to people, but hey, this is all add to those birthing pains, so to speak, that what draws us nigh and closer to the end. So expect more of these things that go on and say, hey, like I said, as I said earlier, hey, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. Hey, the summer coming. People want to be out and all this and that and BS. So this is the perfect time to put some type of age in the air, or to say this type of outbreak happened, or to say this is going on. Hey, whatever the case may be, they can just control your mind. Hey, it's witchcraft. That's all it's going to be. It's warming people out. Now people going to be sicker, or this going to happen. Hey, man. But hey, if you inquire and seek Yahweh Shem Shai, hey, we ain't got nothing to worry about. Hey, to hell what the devil going to do. These devils going to do. We can't wait for it to do it, because why? That's going to draw us closer and closer to the day that we be delivered out of this place. So, hey, by all means, hey, speed it up, devil. And then everybody else who don't believe in the Lord and this and that of our people, the Israelites, hey man, you can get caught, caught and carried by the wayside, so to speak. Hey, you gonna get left out there to dry. That's what I meant to say, or carried by the wayside. Hey, you through. Ain't nobody bending over backwards for nobody who don't want to be saved. Hey, why somebody want to save? Like, we can't save you any other way. The word is, the word was supposed to, initiate this, you being saved by the from your mind being renewed, and you being convinced, and what I'm saying, in your mind, and that the Lord gonna put it in your spirit to what? Serve Him. Because at the end of the day, you can't just say that's what you gonna do or this or that. But hey, not to ramble and go on this and that. Hey, seek ye the Lord while He may be found, and call upon Him while He is near. Because hey, as we see the days and days, and those whose eyes are truly open, we see the days and days are drawing nigh, and hey, His return is at the door. So, the Lord willing, this lesson was edified to the body. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kwadash, the balance of our apostles, and elders, a great millstone, who rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect.